One of the steepest train tracks in the world is in Tennessee, USA. This track is 1.52 kilometers long, and the angle of the elevation from the bottom of the track to the top is 36.1 degrees. Question. Level the diagram with the given values for the track length and the angle of elevation. This is the angle, 36.1, and this is the track is 1.52 kilometers. Find the vertical change in height from the bottom of the track to the top. This is the vertical length. So the vertical length we can calculate through sine 36.1 equal the vertical length divided by 1.52 kilometers. So the vertical length, sorry, the vertical, I mean, the vertical length equal 1.52 times sine 36.1. And if you calculate, the result is 0.895578 kilometers, or in meters is 896 meters. Number 2, the scores on a test out of 7 points for 240 students are shown in the following table. This is a table. Find the mean and standard deviations of the test scores. Give your answer correct to 4 significant figures. I would like to complete this table first. Okay. For the first column here, if the score is X and this is frequency is F, so I would like to add F times X. 1 times 11, 11. 2 times 29, 58. 3 times 31, 93. This is 136. 325. 282. 161. Okay. And sigma fx 1066, and sigma f is 240. After that, the next column, I'd like to add is x squared. 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49. And the last, this is f times x squared. 11 times 1 is 11. Okay, and continue f times x squared, 29 times 4, 116, 279, 544. This is 1,625. This is 1,692. And this one is 1,127. And sigma fx squared, 5,394. Okay. We are going to find A. Mean of x equal 1,066 divided by 240 equal 4.44166. Round off becomes 4.442. And after that, standard deviation of x equals square root. The formula is sigma fx squared divided by sigma f minus mu squared. Mu is this one, mean. This is mu. So square root 5,394 divided by 240 minus 4.442 squared. If you calculate, the result is 1.6571. B. The scores are multiplied by 10. Write down the new mean and standard deviation. New mean equal 10 times the previous mean is 4.44176 and equal 44.4176. Round off 44.42. And the new standard deviation equal 10 times the previous standard deviation is 1.65728 equal 16.5728 round off 16.57. And C. After the scores have been multiplied by 10, 30 points are added to each of them. Write down the new mean and standard deviation. The new mean. The new mean is 44.4176 plus 30, plus 30 equal 74.416. Sorry. I have to make me clear this one. This is plus 76. Round off becomes 74.42. And new standard deviation. The new standard deviation remains the same because adding a constant to its data points does not affect for the spread of data. So the standard deviation is still the standard deviation, 16.57. 3. Tickets to enter a museum are priced at $8 for adults and $C for children. A school group of 7 adults and 60 children paid a total $832. A family of 3 adults and 5 children paid a total of $108. Write down two equations that represent this information. The first equation is from this sentence, that is 7a plus 60c equal 832. This is the first equation. And the second equation from this sentence, that is 3a plus 5c equal 108. This is the second equation. Hence, find the price of an adult ticket, a child ticket. So we are going to find A how much, C how much through that equation. So B, the equation is 7a plus 60c equal 832. So on 3a plus 5c, 108. I would like to eliminate C. So multiply by 5, multiply by 60. It is 35a plus 300c equal 4,160. This is 180a plus 300c, 6,480 minus, eliminate c, is minus 145a minus 2,320. So a equal minus 2,320 divided by minus 145 equals 16. Now substitute 16 into this equation, 3a plus 5c, 108. So 3 times 16, this is 16, plus 5c equal 108. 3 times 16 is 48, so 5c equal 108 minus 48. So 5c equal 60. So it means c equal 60 divided by 5 equals 12. So a equals 16 and c equals 12. Rounded to the nearest thousand, there were 203,000 visitors at the museum last year. Write down the lower bound for the number of visitors last year. Lower bound, so it means if lower bound, number of visitors is 203,000. So lower bound we can find by minus 500. So the lower bound equal 202,000. Number 4. Consider the following triangle RST, such that RS 39, ST 47, ST 40 centimeters, and TR 46. Find the value of angle TRS. Angle TRS we can find through cosine rule. Cosine angle TRS equal 39 squared plus 46 squared minus 40 squared divided by 2 times 39 times 46. And if you calculate 2037 divided by 3588, and the result is 0.56772. So angle TRS equal arc cosine or cosine power minus 1 of 0.56772. And you can find the number, the solution 55.40821 degrees. B. Find the area of triangle RST. Area equal 1/2 times 46 times 39 sine 55.40821. And if you calculate, the result is 738.426. Round off, 738 centimeters squared. Is number 4. Next, number 5. The total cost CD in Canadian dollars CAD to hire a bicycle for D days from Pedal Paradise is given by this function. The total cost includes a fixed charge to hire both a helmet and a repair kit. State in context what the values of 60 and 10 represent. 60 represent the cost per day to hire the bicycle. 10 represent a fixed charge to hire a helmet and a repair kit. Next, B. Calculate the cost of hiring a bicycle for 5 days. If the equation is CD equals 60D plus 10, it means C5 equals 60 times 5 plus 10 equal 310 CAD. Next, C. Hema hires a bicycle from Pedal Paradise. Write down the minimum number of days she can hire the bicycle. The problem states that D greater than or equal 3. It means that D must be an integer and at least 3 days. It's supposed 3 days. Okay, at least 3 days. So the minimum number of day Hema can hire the bicycle, the minimum day the minimum days is 3 days. Okay. According to this information, I'm gonna show you. This one. Next question, D. Given that uh, C C inverse 1270 equal K, find the value of K. C inverse 1270 equal K. It is represent the inverse of the cost function of this problem. So according to the problem that the function CD equals 60D plus 10. So it means 60D equal CD minus 10. D equal 1 over 60 C D minus 1 over 61. And then C inverse equal 1 over 60 C D minus 1 over 60, 1 over 6, sorry, not 60, because 10 divided by 60 equal K. So K equal, if we substitute this is 1270, 1 over 60 times 1270 minus 1 over 6. If you multiply, this is 170 over 6. This is 126 over 6, and this is 21. Number 6. Radioactive carbon is a material that decays over time. The mass MT in nanograms of radioactive carbon in a fossil or plant after T years can be modeled by this function, where T is the time since the plant died. Write down the initial mass of the radioactive carbon. The initial mass. The function is MT equal 120 e to the power minus 0.0000121 t. The initial mass corresponds to the mass when t equals 0. When t equals 0, so it becomes when t equals, sorry, I would like to write in here that this is B actually. That the mass, the, the initial mass is when t equals 0, sorry. I mean here B. When t equals 0, so m0 equal 120 e to power 0 because times 0, so it is 120. So, and B, find the mass of the radioactive carbon after 20,000 years. So M 20,000 120 e to the power minus 0.000121 times 20,000. And if you calculate the result is 10. Okay. 10.6705 nanograms, round off becomes 10.7 nanograms. C. Calculate the smallest number of complete years it takes for more than half the sample to decay. Half of initial mass equal 120 divided by 2 equals 60 nanograms. The mass of the radioactive carbon is less than half of the sample, so we can write that MT equal 120 e to the power minus 0.0000121 t less than 60, less than half of sample of initial mass. So we can simplify becomes e to the power minus 0.0000121 t 60 divided by 121 half. And based on the learn rule, we can writing that minus 0.0000121 t ln e less than ln 0.5. It's one half, 0.5. So this is 1 minus 0.0000121 t less than ln 0.5 is minus 0.693147. So t greater than this number divided by this number equal 5,728.489. So t greater than 5,729. So we can state that the smallest number of complete years is 5,729 years. Number 7, the mass W of Scottish Terriers breed of dog is normally distributed with mean of 8.9 kilograms and standard deviations of 1.2 kilograms. A Scottish Terrier is selected at random. Calculate the probability this dog's mass is more than 7.2 kilograms. Part A. The first step, we are going to standardize the value using the C-score formula. X minus mu divided by standard deviation. Or in this case, Z equals 7.2 minus 8.9 divided by 1.2 equal minus 1.42. And the next step, find the probability corresponding to Z equal minus 1.42, whether by calculator or by Z table. And the cumulative probability probability for Z equal minus 1.42, it is 0.0778 by Z table, this number. So probability W greater than 7.2, it equal probability minus 1 sorry. I mean 1 minus probability W less than 7.2 is 1. So it's going to be 1 minus 0.0778 equals 0.9222, or in percentage 92.2%. Question B. Find the value of A and the value of B. All right. Information first, this one. The following curve represents this distribution. It is known that probability W less than A is this one, 0.1, and probability W greater than B, 0.1. So 0.10%, 10%. B part 1. According to the information that probability W less than A equals 0.1. And the cumulative probability, is, and cumulative probability for 0.1 is Z equal minus 1.28. So Z equal A minus mu divided by standard deviation, or minus 1.28 equal A minus 8.9 divided by 1.2. So we can state that A minus 8.9 equal this number multiplied by this number is minus 1.536. So if you calculate, A equal minus 1.36 plus 8.9, or 8.9 minus 1.536 was 7.364 kg. Part 2. The probability W greater than B equals 0.1, or I would like to writing as probability W less than B equal 1 minus 0.1, 0.9. Right. So the cumulative probability for 0.9 is C equal 1.28, positive 1.28. C equal B minus mu by standard deviation. So 1.28 equal B minus 8.9 divided by 1.2. So B equal, or B minus 8.9 equal, multiply this one, 1.536. So B equal 8.9 plus 1.536. And if you calculate, it is 10.436 kg. And next, C. So Scottish terriers are selected at random from a large population. Find the probability that both dogs have a mass less than 7.2 kg. I would like to use in this space So from part A, we already know that the probability W less than 7.2 is 0.0782902, so on, taken from calculator, this one. So when the two dogs are selected independently, the probability that both dogs have mass less than 7.2 kg. So we can writing like this: probability both dogs less than 7.2 equal probability W less than 7.2 times probability W less than 7.2, or probability W less than 7.2 squared, like this, becomes 0.0782902 times 0.0782902, and the result is 0.0061293.5. Next, question number 8. On 1st January in a particular year, Anton invests $18,000 in a new bank account. The account earns 4% simple interest on the original $18,000 at the start of its subsequent year. The amount in the account at the start of each year form an arithmetic sequence. Find the common difference of this sequence. Common difference equal interest per year. So it equal 18,000 times 0.04 equals $720. So this is D, the common difference, because D equal common difference. B. After K complete years, the amount in Anton's account will be greater than $32,000 for the first time. Find the value of K. We need to use the general formula for amount of AK. AK equal A1 plus K minus 1 times common difference, D. So it becomes 18,000 plus K minus 1 times common difference 720. We want to find the value of K when AK greater than 32,000. Substitute this expression, 18,000 plus K minus 1, 720, greater than 32,000. So that K minus 1 times 720 greater than 30,000 minus 18,000 is 14,000. And K minus 1 greater than 14,000 divided by 720, it is 19.444, so on. So K greater than 19 plus 444 plus 1. Okay, 19 point plus 1, it is 20.444 on. So the smallest integer K equal 20. So number 9. The records at a driving school show that 60% of students pass their driving test on the first attempt. A group of 30 students take their driving test for the test first time. As part of its quality control, the driving school uses the model X. This is the binomial distribution 30 and 0.60, where X is the number of students who passed the driving test. Calculate mean of X, variance of X. Okay, so the mean of binomial distribution equal 1. The mean of the binomial distributions is mu equal n times p. So it means mu equal 30 times 0.60. It is 18, part 2. And the variance equal n times p times 1 minus p. So it is 30, 30 times 0.60 times 1 minus 0.60. And the result is 7.2 if you calculate. B. Find the probability that exactly 21 students pass the test, fewer than 12 students pass the test. Part 1. We use the probability formula, probability X equal K, the combination, if this is 21, so it becomes 30, 21 times 0.60 power 21, 0.40 power 9, and if you calculate, the result is 0.0822752, or round of 0.0823. And after that, less than 12, it's supposed to be the formula X, probability X equals 0, probability X equal 1, until probability X equal 11 because less than 12. And if you're using the statistical calculator, you can use statistical calculator. I got this solution, this number 0.0083016. You can calculate that by yourself. C. State one assumption that the driving school makes in using this model. The driving school assumes or the driver assumes that each student's performance on the driving test is independent of the others. Next question, number 10. When Humberto retires, he invests $300,000 in an annuity fund that earns interest at a nominal rate of 3.8% per year compounded monthly. Humberto then withdraws $2,800 at the end of every month to pay for his living expenses. Find how much is in the annuity fund after 8 years. After 8 years, right? The sum uh, of this question, how much is the annuity? We are going to using the formula FV, PV times 1 plus interest power n minus PMT times 1 plus I power n plus 1 divided I. So if you substitute the number, I equal 3.8% divided by 12 because monthly. So this is 0.003166 on. So PV equals 300,000 times 1 plus this number 0.003166 power 96 minus PMC is 2,800 times 1 plus 0.03, 0.00, 3166 power 96 minus 1 divided by 0.003166. And if you calculate, the result is 92,200, 828.2, and round off becomes 92,800. So calculate how many times Humberto is able to make this withdrawal. So we will find n. We will determine n. We use the formula for the number of periods in annuity, and this formula actually from is arrangement from this formula. This is the main formula. N equal, I use log PMT divided by PMT minus 1 over 100 times PV, PV, and PV divided by log 1 plus I over 100. And if we substitute the number, this is log minus 2,800 800 100,000 times 0.003166 log 1 plus 0.003166. And if you calculate, the result is 131 months. Or 11. A fair game is play where points are scored as follows. A win scores W points, a draw scores 0 points, a loss scores -7 points. Let X be the number of points scored during a game. The probability distribution is shown. You can see in this table. Find the value of P. We will find this value, this P, right? The sum of the probabilities in any probability distribution must equal 1. So it should be 1 because the maximum value of probability equal 1. So we can write probability x equal w plus probability x equals 0 plus probability x equal -7 or 1. So this is, according to this information, 1, 0.35, this one 0.4, p equal 1. So p equal 1 minus 0.35 minus 0.4. And it is 0.25. The game is played 60 times. Find the expected number of losses. B. Expected number of losses. Expected number of losses. Okay. Sorry. Equals 60 times probability x equal -7. 60 times 0.25, it is 15. C. Calculate the value of W given that the game is fair. If the game is fair, it means EX equal 0 if the game is fair. And we can calculate using the formula EX W times probability X equal W plus 0 times probability X equals 0 minus 7 times probability X equal -7. And this is 0, so the probability W times 0.35 plus -7 times 0.25. This is 0 according to this information. So we can state that W times 0.35, this is minus equal 1.75. So W equal 1.75 divided by 0.35 equal 5. Number 12. Consider the curve y equal 5x squared minus 3 over x cubed. Find dy dx. Dy dx. I would like to rearrange this equation y equal 5x squared minus 3x to the power minus 3. So dy dx equals 10 x plus 9x power minus 4 or 10x plus 9 over x power 4. 1. Write down the gradient of the curve at x equal 1. When x equal 1, so the gradient m m1, sorry, equal, substitute 1 into this expression, 10 times 1, 9 divided by 1 over 4 equal 19. So this is the gradient. C, find the equation of the normal to the curve at x equal 1. So we need to find the gradient of the normal, and normal times m, so this m equal minus 1. So m normal, or gradient of normal line, times minus times 19, sorry, not minus 19, but 19 equal minus 1. So m normal, or gradient of normal line, equal minus 1 over 19. And we need to find y. To find y, just substitute x equal 1 into y. So y equal 5 times 1 squared minus 3 over 1 cubed, and it equal 2. So the coordinate point on this curve, 1, 2. After that, the equation based on this formula, x minus x1, y minus y1 is 2, m is minus 1 over 19, x minus 1, y equal minus 1 over 19x plus 1 over 19 plus 2. So y equal minus 1 over 19x plus 19 times 2, 38 plus 1, 39. This equation. Next question, number 13. A type of bacteria reproduces by dividing into every minute, dividing in two for every minute, every 10 minutes. There were 1,250 bacteria in a colony 10 minutes after the start of an experiment. The following table is used to estimate the number of bacteria, UN, for this colony. The values of UN form the terms of a sequence. This is the table, the data. Complete the table by adding the two missing values. So we will complete this column and this column. From the pattern on this table, we can see that actually this is 2,500 equal 1,250 times 2, and 5,000 equal 2,500 times 2. So 2 times 1,250 equal 2,500, and 2 times 2,500 equal 5,000. That's the pattern. So this means the bacteria are doubling for every minute, for every 10 minutes, I mean. So for n equal 9, n equal 9 because of this one, n equal 9, so in 90 minutes, n equal 9, at 90 minutes, the number of bacteria equal 1,250 times 2 power 8. Why 8? Because the bacteria have double 8 times from n equal 1. So it's going to be 320,000. Next, I would like to, I think it's 320,000 here. And how about if 10K or n equal K? For n equal K at 10K minutes, so the number of bacteria, the number of bacteria 1,250 times 2 power k minus 1 is 1. As the number of bacteria increases from 1,250 to 2,500, the total number of bacteria deficient is 1,250. Find the value of n when the number of bacteria is 1.28 times 10 power 6. B part 1. 1,250 times 2 power n minus 1 equal 1.28 times 10 power 6. It's based on the information. So we can writing 2 power n minus 1 equal 1.28 times 10 power 6 divided by 1,250. And the result is 1,024. 1,024 is 2 power 10. So n minus 1 equal 10. Or we can state n, we can find n equal 10 plus 1, it is 11. 1. And next question. Hence or otherwise find the total number of bacterial deficiencies as the number of bacteria increases from 1,250 to 1.28 times 10 power 6. Give your answer correct to the nearest 1,000 bacterial division. Okay. So increases from 1,250 to 1.28 times 10 power 6. So from this number becomes this number. How much the bacterial division increases? Give your answer to the correct 1,000, the nearest 1,000. From this number to this number, it means this number minus this number. Part B part 2. I mean, so from 1,250 to 1.28 times 10 power 6 comes 1,280,000 minus 1,250 equal 1,270,000 78, 750. So to the nearest thousand, it is 1,279,000. That's what.